Hello, and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video with me, Elven Dragon. So, last episode we went and built up this nice little house behind me, and I am pretty happy with how it looks, at least on the ground floor. Second floor still could use a few windows, but as you can kind of see through the windows there, the house itself is completely empty. So, I think today we are going to be fixing that. So right now in our house, we have basically this outer section here where we don't have a second floor, and we have our main section in here. And what I'm thinking is, got a few ideas for rooms. We just need to go and get everything marked out. So I think what we're going to do, just going to use our planks here. Probably going to use this for our walls. Just kind of mark out nice little section through here. Now, I think we're just going to pretty much block this whole section here off, right where this wall is here, which should work just fine. Now, what I'm thinking is we can turn this section here into kind of a little greenhouse kind of area. Just put a bunch of plants, put some pots, a bunch of flowers and stuff in it. Maybe if we have the space, we could hang something from the ceiling. What does this look like ceiling-wise? We can probably hang a chain there. Do we have any chains on us? I don't think so. Alright, we're gonna have to go get a chain. I think we can probably hang something there. Maybe either a light or maybe a spore blossom. Since we normally like to hang one of those in our little areas. But we're just gonna use this to block this off. I think this area here, where we have the nice view, which, oh, that is gonna look so nice once this is all detailed. And we also don't have the tree growing space. But, oh, that is gonna be a really nice view here. Anyway, what I'm thinking for this is that we'll put in a few stairs here as couches, maybe a few plants, just for decoration, and this is going to be kind of a little reading area, I think. That should be good, but every reading area, we do need a bit of a library. So, I think what we're going to do is right about here, we will put in a small little library. Do that. I think that's a good sized hallway for here. So we'll have a hallway going to our little greenhouse and plant growing area. Blocking that off. We'll have a hallway coming in from the main area here. This will be our little library with our reading nook attached, with the amazing view of that lake. We really need to get that detailed. Anyway, and we'll also have a hallway going here out the back door. So, what does that leave us space-wise? We still need to put in a stairwell in here. So if we keep our hallways here the same width, basically means we have a room of this size here. Somehow I don't think that's going to be quite big enough, so we're definitely going to need to narrow up one hallway. Probably both, being honest here. That looks better. That way our hallways are all the same. And now we just need to figure out where we're putting the stairs. I don't want to stick them here because that's got a window in front of it. Maybe we have them going up here and we stick something in underneath them? That might work. Do we have any more birch? We do not. We can use cherry stairs for now. So if we do this... Oh, that doesn't work because our balcony's right there. Alright, so we are going to have to play around with where we can actually put these stairs. And then I guess we'll be right back. Alright, and there we go. I think this is where we're going to be able to put in the stairs. I like how we have a nice walkway area around here. Here we can get to our little balcony out here, gaze out over the void, and I think it's a nice little space here. We do need to put something here, maybe some more pots or something. Maybe hang a lantern or something from somewhere. But we've got all of our rooms here marked out, and they don't look like much right now, but that's what our detailing is for. I think this area here that's partially under the stairs, we're going to put a kind of little kitchen in, and I might swap these trapdoors out for birch. I put in spruce right now because that's usually what I do for a solid trapdoor. I think birch would be better. Just don't particularly like the kind of paper section to it. So we may have to play around with that. Sadly, there aren't really many, and I think dark oak would clash just as much as the spruce. It's also nice we haven't done anything with the floor yet, but I actually don't know what we're going to do for that. What I do know is what we're going to do for this is we just need to put in a few tables here. I'm going to use jungle. I think that will work well. It'll still give us a kind of a brown, but it will still have a little bit of that pink kind of match our cherry. So I'm gonna have that. We still need to get the chain in here, but for now we can just put that. Actually, we have iron on us. Let's just quickly craft that right now. There we go. That's a little better. Don't think we'll be able to hang any plants from the ceiling. Maybe something here. Put in a dirt block there. Trapdoors around it. Yeah, we should be able to put in a hanging plant right in there. So we need now is we need one inventory space apparently. And two, we need a bunch of flower pots. Start with 16 for now. I think that'll be enough to get us started. And we need several of our decorated pots. Just gonna go for blank ones. That should be fine. Don't really need any detail ones right now. But we can go and stick those in. We can stick flower pot on top. And then once we actually get some flowers, we can stick a couple of those in there. I think what I want to do is I want to put cherry saplings in a few of these. Oh, that's pretty. There we go. So that's good. Just need stuff to stick in the rest of these, which we've got plenty of flowers. So let's go grab some of the ones that we have that are in our compass and our clock and go fit those in. And I think that will finish off the little greenhouse area. Yeah, there we go. I think that'll look nice. It'll look really nice once we get a little spore blossom set up in there. And I like how that looks. That is great. These big pots are really nice for these. So nice. I'm glad that we can put the flower pots on top of them. But flowers aside, we have all the stuff we need for a couple more of our rooms, namely our reading room over here, which we're going to use another couple pots just right in here, just so that we can put a few more plants in eventually. And then the corners here, we need our jungle stairs again. Gonna provide our seats. And then here on the sides, we'll just have a few more benches. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some space here in the middle, put kind of little tables with trapdoors and fence posts. Let's see what we have laying around. I think we should have a bit of cherry. Okay, looks like we need some cherry fences. I think for now we're gonna start with some cherry tables in here. See how we like that. Just gonna leave that there and see if we like it. We do need something in here for another table, which I suppose we could do a crafting table. Or, I'll have to play around with that. We could just stick another stair in there for now and figure out what we want to do later. But in order to have a reading room, we also need to have a library. And this is going to be a lot of fun because I've gone and gotten some of our chiseled bookshelves here, which is going to be nice because that means that we can custom do books on here. Just kind of have some empty spaces in our library. Only got a handful of books, but these just scattered around in here are going to provide so much little detail and stuff in here. I am really happy with this. This is gonna be so nice. But we do need, looks like, a bunch more bookshelves, a bunch more chisel bookshelves, and a lot more books. So, this is definitely gonna be nice though. But we do need light in here, so. Oh, I forgot the roof is all made of slabs. So we need to figure out how we're doing the lights. So we can put a lantern there. Hmm. Actually, I think that will illuminates the entire room here. But with that sorted, that is everything we have stuff for right now. So we need to get the flowers in here and a few more bookshelves. But once we get that, I think this area here is coming along very well. So I'm gonna go get the rest of the stuff to finish off these two rooms here. We might put in a doorway here. I don't know. We should probably actually put doors up around here. But I'm gonna get that finished up, and then I'll be back to do our final room here. All right, so we now have the entirety of the library here decorated up. I think that's enough books that we put on the other shelves. I didn't want to fill them completely up. I do think having the gaps here and there, and including that completely empty one, looks pretty nice. I do like the difference in the books, and I love how this little library area turned out. Now, we do have some plants in the reading room. We've got some lights hung up on the ceiling, and I like how that turned out. I do think I want to I do think I want to try and find some patterns to put on our pots, but we'll deal with the plain ones for now. I wish you could dye these. That would be nice. But other than that, you can see we've got a few little random details here. We've got the lanterns there for some light. And we've done the same thing over here, just no lantern. And as you might have seen, we did manage to find a spore blossom. So we now have that set up in our little greenhouse. We've got doors set up everywhere. And in here, right below our stairs, we've kind of set up a small little kitchen area. Now I do want to go and put like maybe some cherry trap doors in front of the counters here. So I need to figure out what we're doing for the corner here. But other than that, I think this is quite nice. We've got a window here so we can look out over our little bench. And I love how this little bottom section has turned out. Yeah, may need to swap these trapdoors for something else. But the stairs here are perfect. And now we just need to go and mark out what we're doing here. So what I am thinking is this area back here is going to turn into a small little bedroom. Actually going to get birch trapdoors for the wall here, and then I think we might do cherry along here. So we have two trapdoors for the walls. Then we just need to get the bed in and everything else. Now on this side over here, I couldn't really think of what to do for this. So what I'm thinking is we're going to put in a fish tank. I have a bunch of tropical fish and a couple puffer fish to put in there. We've got a bunch of glass. So I'm thinking we might be able to get a decent sized fish tank set up in there. But before we do that, there is one thing I want to add out here on our balcony, if I can kind of reach. I want to hang a few of our cherry blossoms. You know what? There's an easier way to go about doing this. All right, so as I was saying, I want to add in a couple little bits of our cherry leaves here. Just draping these over the side, kind of just like that. So now if we hop down here, we just need to bring those down a couple blocks. Just kind of drape them over the edge here. Just like that. That'll provide a few more particles of cherry blossoms falling. And also, kind of shroud the balcony a little bit, make it look like there's some plants on trellises up above. There we go. I do like how that looks from here with the lantern. And let's see how it looks from inside. I do like how this is starting to look just out here. This looks really nice here. And so does this. This is really nice with all the windows. I love it. It's a library. Anyway, let's see how our balcony here looks. Like, yeah, there we go. That's the view I wanted. But right now we have a few walls to put in. We have our fish tank here to mark out. We're just going to use birch for the bottom layer. I think we're just going to mark it out like that. That is there. So we'll put our bedroom door there. Just need to get glass in up here. We need to put sand in the bottom there. Is going to be a mess. But bed-wise, we're just going to use classic wool trick. Probably put some jungle trap doors around most of the edge. Stick down our crafting table there with a lantern on it. There. Lanterns. That'll provide light. And, well, we just have the rest of the room here to decorate once we get the walls in. And everything else. So, I think I'm gonna go get at least the floor of the fish tank in and the walls of the bedroom up, and then we'll be right back. All right, there we go. That is the second floor detailed up. As you can see, we've got a few plants in the corner over there, just to kind of put some detail in there. We've got a little azalea in a pot here. We have a ladder up to the attic, which has nothing in it, just some lights to help light this whole area up. And we added a few bookshelves and a couple pots to our bedroom here. And I am quite happy with how this has turned out. Now, that only leaves one more thing to do, which is pretty much get the fish in here. Which means we basically just have to do this and start filling in the base of the tank here. And just hope that none of them decide to go out of the tank area. So we do have this area here set up so we can access this whole section. I think that will be good. You need to get some kelp in here, so scattering of that, I think. Go. And okay. Apparently we can't just grow seagrass anywhere anymore. But it's using the bone meal, which is a little weird. Oh, well, we will have to get some from outside. But we can start adding in the second layer of water here. I don't know if we're gonna... You know what? It makes sense too. We just need to waterlog the slabs as well. So, I'm gonna go get this filled up. And get a little bit more decoration going on in here. And then I will be back. Alright, there we go. We now have our little fish tank here complete. As you can see, I put in a little access hole up at the top just so we can put in our pufferfish and everything else, and also close this up here. And I also remembered we needed a window in the front here, so here we go. We now have a window above our bed. Might put one up here in the attic, just a small one, like right... Where's our axe? There it is. Not right there. Maybe one like here. I'll have to take a look at that. But before we do that, we have a pufferfish to release into there. And that should be everything. You know, I wonder if we could get a guardian in here. Got enough space. I don't know if they target us through the glass, though. I don't think so. We have to do some testing. And also locate a monument that's fairly close to our strongholds, if there is one. I wonder if there's a monument out by the desert stronghold. Anyway, that would be a whole nother adventure, though. But for now, I think I'm going to go seal up the top there and get some glass in our windows. If I can remember where I stuck all my glass. Actually, first let's check how that looks. Oh, there we go. That looks much better. May have to do some more detailing work on the front here. Maybe we'll put some plants hanging down the front or something like that. Maybe some vines. I think all in all, it turned out pretty nice on the inside. Quite happy with how it looks. Need to knock that out, put in a lantern in there or an end rod or something. But I think for now that is going to be it for today. So, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing if you want to see more of what is going on with this end hub here and in the rest of this world. And I will catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.